Hello, Gracetown find themselves in the relegation zone, failing their mission of avoiding it this season. They are currently in 21st position. Not even a win will get them out of it. They have not won any games in their last 6 games which they played, but this episode they will be playing Tamworth, AFC Telford and Hednesford. Let's see where they are on the table. Tamworth are 4th, Telford are 11th and Hednesford are 17th, so it's going to get easier as the episode goes on. But last week I left you here. I left you right here, right before checking out the youth players. And this happens every year in Football Manager where you get new income of youth players. Before you get this, you get a bunch of regens who just rotate amongst themselves. And they don't stick to the club. I've been managing them in the youth team, which I've had some success with. I thought I would have kept some of those players just because some of them were pretty good. But these players will definitely stay. And in 4 years' time or something in this game, I hope to see some of these in the senior team, because a lot of these players are around 15, 16 years old. The best of these players is apparently Mick Worthington. He is an attacking midfielder, central midfielder, good work rate, good flair, aggression, pretty good for an attacking midfielder. He does have low determination though, and I do not like having a low determination star player because they get lazy. The other best players here I would have to say would be Matthew Arrowsmith. He is another central midfielder, good work rate. He looks like he could be a good leader for the youth team, at least for a few years. And Will Perry, he is the only player from Salford instead of York. York is a hometown which I assigned to Gracetown at the start of the season. It's just a generic hometown in this. He has a lot of decent stats and one of the highest potential abilities in this young team. And also apparently Aaron Palladino, our assistant manager, is responsible for bringing on board the goalkeeper. I am not sure about this because he's not that great. He's a 1-star potential ability. I guess it's better than a half-star. It's just whatever. I don't really care. Palladino, you still suck. I'll be following their progress, and if something pops up, I'll mention it or maybe put it in a highlight or something. But this episode is going to be focused on the senior team. I have to stop the leak at the back in the defense. If I don't do that, there is no way that I'll be able to get out of the relegation zone, because that is what good teams do. They hold up in their defense. So promising that I'll just sign them all. Why the hell not? Now let's look at our new 18 team. Great, but this team seems to be lacking a natural striker and a backup goalkeeper. So I guess I'll have to find that from somewhere else. May not even be that important in the under 18s. So what I did here was I just changed a few players' attitudes about how they play. Such as Reven here, he is much better at, he is much more comfortable at supporting than attacking. Courtney here, he is better at defending instead of attacking, definitely. I'll have him as defend. I just did that throughout everyone. I also had a kind of a thing on with Circa that he would always distribute it to Deards. That worked when Deards was a target man, or more specifically, it worked when Aaron Brown was a target man. Aaron Brown is a sub. I could bring him on as a striker or the defender or a midfielder later on. But this is, I have to find out the problems with this defense. So this might show me something. If I can stop goals coming in from Tamworth, who could very well be promoted at the end of the season, then I should have an easier time with the 2 matches after that, which will be in this episode. I'm not going to be doing anything here except for marking this one guy, because they have this 4-1-2-2-1 formation. I'm going to be marking the striker. I think I might be marking too much usually, and it kind of ruins things, so I'm just not going to do that. I'll just type mark him, and I won't close him down or anything. I will try Perry and El Hubbins. I'll put them on their weaker foot, but apart from that, I won't try to do too much, because I think it might be harming me more than helping me. Okay, I am going to be keeping an eye on the defense the entire time, really. We have got 2 people marking their striker. The guy on the right, watch him. There's still someone on the right who's through. Nice Carruthers, he didn't need to go back to defend. And he is the midfielder as well, not a defender. What was that, Circa? Oh boy. Here they go. Gracetown on a roll again. Nice to Goma! Because he is a stopper now. He's not a central defender or a limited defender. His role is a stopper. That's great. Oh wow, that was a great header by him. Oh, beautiful, Kennedy. Love it. Good calm defense. Not the clearing though. The clearing is just normal Gracetown clearing. Get it, dude! What are you doing? Who's that on the right? Reven? Oh! Yes. Oh, oh, he got that down. Daly. Pass it to the midfield. Where is it? Oh my gosh. No way! That was a goal! Oh, Caruthers! That would have been a hell of a goal. He tried to chip the keeper. Are you serious? 21 minutes in. Gracetown doing well. A draw in this match would be fine. I know every match I say is supposed to be a must-win, especially if we're in the relegation zone. Against a team in the running for a qualification, you gotta be realistic. I think let's fight for a draw. I don't have that much faith in Gracetown. Pass it. Yeah, oh, okay. No. Oh, Daly. Penalty. Ref, you're blind. Hometown ref. Yeah, I'll call for a penalty every time someone goes down in the box because I hardly see it. Gracetown actually doing well considering they're playing away. And I know Gracetown has been playing better away than home for some weird reason. I don't really care. Oh, Daly, nice. Shoot. Oh. That's fine. That's +1 in the stats, so I guess that's important here. It's the confidence I want to see. I want to see the plays. Circa, I don't like you on that side. Oh no, get back, man. Get back. Run! Just freaking break his legs. Circa, what are you doing running backwards from there? He was running backwards when the ball was behind him. I know it's kind of a dumb idea to have the goalkeeper as a free kick taker, but I think it makes things exciting, and he is the current best free kick taker in the team. Okay, so down in the stats you can see that Tamworth have the majority of the passes completed, but Gracetown have far more crosses completed, which is Tamworth's weakness at the moment, especially from the left wing. So Caruthers is vitally important here. We are getting really unfit though. I need to make a sub. Okay, so I just made a sub there, and it was to have Caruthers, the left wing, replace Reven on the right wing. Oh, come on! Who is that? Who's this cunt? Malone? That was terrible defending. Look at him. Oh my god, he just doesn't even try. He's just... Damn it. Damn it. What am I supposed to do? Still on the counter, clear ball to flanks, hit early crosses. We've been doing alright against a 4th place team. 70% possession, 14% crosses compared to 10%. Well, I have to go to attack now. It's... What else can I do? Oh my gosh. Great hit. That was an own goal. Great clearance. 2-0 down. What's the point? Here's Caruthers. Yeah, I replaced Caruthers for Reven. I know Caruthers is playing out of position, but I put Mills on the left because they have a weak left wing, and I think he can do something here. Here he is. He can do something. That just wasn't on target. That was unlucky. I probably could have done that earlier in the game. I'm thinking maybe the defense is just tired and I should be using Aaron Brown a lot more. Look at this. They're just playing... Geez, they're just playing tennis. It wasn't ideal, but they played well. They played very well, and they should look frustrated. And I don't know, Curtis Reven, he was looking nervous. That's why I subbed him. We were just unlucky there. Yeah, they're all happy about that response. 7 matches without a win. Now, before the next match, I've just noticed something. The transfer window has nearly finished. I've not been paying attention to the transfers, simply because there's hardly anyone I could buy. But I got 2 scouts, Willie Wordsworth and Frank Sharps, who I've been scouting so many people with. And the new jerseys have just come out. See this Grace under 18s? That's this team. That's these guys, with Mick Worthington being the best player and everything. But out of this team, none of them are natural strikers. I have decided to retrain Worthington and Stevenson to be strikers, just so the team can have a bit of depth there. And I've set most of them up with a tutor. And I should say that Curtis Hartley has reacted badly when I tried to hook him up with a tutor. This doesn't show it for some reason, but I set Paul Malone up to talk to Curtis Hartley, and he was fine with that. Paul Malone was going to tutor Curtis Hartley, and Curtis Hartley declined it. He didn't want to be tutored. So, you know what that means. If someone doesn't want to be tutored and everything's in place, which they should be, they're out. I have no remorse for crappy players, Curtis Hartley. I'm actually paying him $0, so I guess I might as well keep him in the team. But anyway, back on point, the player which I do need to get is someone who can play as a striker. And I found this guy, Li Long. Say that really fast. Look at the versatility he has. He can play as a striker, a midfielder on the right, or a midfielder in the middle. This helps because I did recently just fire the captain, Cleveland Taylor, who was a right winger, and my under-18s teams don't have a striker. So this guy can play the striker, the right midfield, and the centre of the park. He will add a lot of depth to the under-18s team if I can sign him for that. And the way I found this guy was right after everyone gets their regions, everyone in the division or the country, you are free to look at all the other regions who have just joined in. So that's what I did. I looked through every single one of the new regions for each side of the Vanarama North Division. And out of all the ones which I did note down as potential strong players in the future, this guy pops out because of his versatility in the striker position. That, and he has good determination. I've not scouted him because the new gens are obviously new gens, so I'm going to be taking a bit of a risk and going to try and sign him. And this is a deal he wants. He wants to be part-time and rotation instead of a young player in the under-18s team, even though he is 15 years old. And that might work because look at this, Daly is 30 years old. I don't think he will have a better season for Gracetown. This may be his last season for Gracetown because he's been great. I'm surprised that he's considered one of the best players for Gracetown at the moment because he has missed so many easy shots. He has missed so many one-on-ones. So maybe relying on a 15-year-old is a bit risky, but I need to do something drastic, something cheap and drastic for the next season if I can survive until the next season. So I'll just have to stick with rotation and part-time. Also, contract length to 2018. I quite like that. I don't like the yearly wage rise to 15%. I want to keep him for a long time. So I'll just lower that. I'll lower everything by a bit. See how he reacts to that. I'll leave that because I don't plan to be getting promoted with him. He says that's reasonable. Now there's a few strategies I could do. I could go up with him, or I can try and stick to my guns and stick to the right price. Go as cheap as possible. I'll have to do that. 10, 8, 4. He's happy with that. He's fine with that. 55. Let's... Nope. Dude, I want you for 55. No more. Nope. No more. These discussions have taken a while, but with just a few minor changes, I'm confident he still wants changes. He is lowering his price slowly. Now he wants 60 per week. We're very close. Nope, 55. I don't think he will lower it because right before this deal I offered him, it was 60 before, and it seems like this is his limit. He won't go down any lower. So I'll try that. It's just terms. Finalized deal. Got him! Li Long will be a Gracetown player. $60 per week. I think that's going to be the highest for the under-18s. Yeah, it's going to be the highest for the under-18s team. The fans are fine with it. AFC Telford don't really care. Here he is, Li Long. Okay, his determination is 16. That's great. Now, what's his personality? His determination and his personality are very important for his career. Fairly determined. Great. Okay, that's a great personality and that's a great determination. I took a risk there and it paid off. This guy has some great stats for the future. I'm really excited about trying to develop him for the future. Let's see his potential ability. Only 2 stars? I disagree with that. I think it can be a lot more. So I hope he's fine with me doing that because I want him to play with the under-18s team. Li Long, you can go right there. Beautiful. Look at that team. That's a team for the future. There are some players who are learning their positions, such as Parkinson here, but this is a team I want to be playing for Gracetown in the future. These 11 players, or at least some of these players, because I want to develop them as much as possible. And I'm really confident about this under-18s team. I think I got a really good role. So I hope I can do something with it. So for this match, the assistant manager has suggested that Gracetown play a 5-3-2 formation, even though the team isn't comfortable with it. I don't know what else to try and stop this league. I think last match was okay with focusing on Deers tracking back. Why did they swap places? Deers tracking back and Courtney booting it up a bit less. Well, that was more last episode as well. But let's look at 5-3-2. 5-3-2, how does it look? It doesn't look that bad. Actually, it looks pretty damn good. We have 3 central defenders. This is all our central defenders in the team. Aaron Brown, Pepe Ngoma, and Malone. That looks really good right there. Corney and Caruthers. Maybe with Corney up a bit more, he won't have to boot it so far up. Caruthers is a natural wing back because he's always been playing in the either left midfielder or the left back position. And Brown, Milnes, and Salmons right there. That's really cool because I've always kind of questioned myself as who's the best player here. I think it is Salmons, but Milnes and Ant Brown, they're both very similar. They seem to be ball-winning defenders, so I kind of need to look through them and see what they are most comfortable with. Courtney is not so good here. Apparently he's uncomfortable, but I want to see him. I want to see him try. Diaz deep line forward. He's comfortable with that. That's his best position or best role. No, not really. He'd rather be a target man and advance forward. Tough. And Daly all the way up here as the advance forward. He'd rather be a poacher as well. So I do have an option of switching Diaz to target man and Daly as the poacher. This is interesting though because Caruthers and Courtney will have to do a lot of running, and also Reven isn't on the field. My young player, I don't like that, but I have to do something crazy here. So I'm going to actually exploit the middle because we technically have 3 center midfielders. I'm excited. I'm always excited whenever I see a new formation, but I think this one might really work. I love the center. I love the defense right here and the midfield right here. I'm not so sure about the wings and the attack though. So the same strat, try push the wingers onto their weaker foot, always mark the lone striker, and try break the legs of their playmaker. Okay, it's very windy here in Telford Shire, wherever Telford is from. It's probably a place called Telford. I don't know England. But it's actually really hot here in Australia right now, so I have the fan on in the background. Oh. I have the fan on in the background, so my voice might sound a little bit different. I don't know, we'll have to see. But I just want to see some highlights. I want to see some highlights in Gracetown's favour. Oh! Thank you, Caruthers, who was there on the near post. Now, Daly is up by himself and screws it up. So the stats down the bottom, they are both pretty even. Oh, crap, I'm not even looking at this. We need to improve our fortunes in front of goal. Yeah, well, what do we do there? Crosses completed 0 out of 10. Don't do this again, Gracetown. At least get one across in, please. I could change this so you get to see more highlights in the episodes, but the problem is I don't have that much time these days for editing. So I think I'll just leave it as this, because the highlights now, they usually show a goal, and I think it might be a bit predictable, but I just want to stick with this at least for the end of the season, if I can last until the end of the season and I don't get fired. Oh, great, great, great. Look at that defense. It's actual defense and not just booting up straight to one of their players. This new formation actually, I think it makes a lot of sense, and it's good to... I like seeing new formations work out. Oh crap, I should make a sub too. Whose highlight is this? This is theirs. Oh, thank you, near post again. Caruthers man of the match for standing still. Oh, Brown, you nearly kicked that guy in the head. I'm fine with that. I don't care. Just win the match. Finishing the match on a draw, I'll be fine with that. I should get some subs. Jesus. Wouldn't it be amazing to get a last-minute goal? Gracetown, though, not the... Oh, no, here they go. Stop it, please. Not in the last 10 minutes of the... Oh! That's a hell of a tackle. Courtney. It's not over yet. What are you doing? Hitting it? Come on, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. We're fighting for it. 91 minutes. Now, they could blow the whistle at any moment now. Oh, come on, Diaz, get onto that. I want the strikers to come back a bit more. They seem a bit stranded up the front there. Yes! Oh, here we go! Diaz, he's not fast. Oh, terrible. Run onto it. Ugh! That was gross. Oh! Whatever, that was some last minute excitement there by Diaz and Daly. They seemed to panic when they were so far up, and they could have won it. If that was Daly on the ball instead of Diaz, I think that would have been a lot better. I would definitely have to play around with those two for the next match. But that's a point. That's not a loss. That was a big result. You can tell them. They're all happy with it. Or most of them. May wasn't even listening. What the hell is up with him? Oh my god. So, I just had a draw, and that means FC United wins. So, it just gets harder and harder to climb out of this relegation zone. So, if I want to climb above FC United, I need to win 2 games. If I want to climb out of the relegation zone and Bradford PA lose all their matches, then I'll have to win 4 times. That is now 8 games without a win. That's a record for Gracetown, maybe for the entire division. But look at this, what they're saying. They say that my fate is once again hanging in the balance. So I need to get at least 4 wins in the next 7 games. So looking at the table, I will need to play 16th place, 14th place, 18th, 20th, 9th, 6th, and 3rd in that order. This 5-3-2 formation has to work. It has to. I think I'll leave the episode there because I don't have much time today. But in the next episode, I hope to bring you 2 or 3 matches, and I will have to win all those matches. If I don't win all those matches, then I'll have to try and beat 9th, 6th, and 3rd place. Please, I don't think that can be done. And this is all hoping that Bradford PA lose all their matches. Definitely leaving it to the last minute. But the goal of this episode was to stop the leak. Stop the leak in defense, and this new formation might be the way. For the first time in a long time, Gracetown have a better goal difference than another team. It's only one other team, but it's a team above us. But if you like this episode, or you have any suggestions for me to try and fine-tune this tactic or this team in general, what do you think of the new player I got? You haven't got to see him play yet, and I don't think you will for a while. Let me know what you think though, as the season is running out, so your chance is running out as well for some feedback, and I can still act on that. Thumb up, favorite, thumb down, do whatever you want. Appreciate you spending the time to watch this, and I hope to see you again.